Hi, my name is Sally Zakoff, and I'm with Weichert Realtors, and I'm here with
Catherine Campbell, also with Weichert Realtors.
And the reason that we're doing this today is because we have some real concerns about some of the things that are happening with the bank and short sales. And we feel that unless someone starts making some noise about what's happening and what's wrong with the short sale process, then nothing is going to change, and we definitely need some change. So I'm going to start with asking Catherine what her experience has been with the short sale and what she feels about the process and how it's going.
One of the things that we also want to address, and kind of refer to this as we go along, is how it's affecting people and families.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is just going on with that. So I'll tell you about one situation which I have a relocating family. They came up early in August, spent a weekend, we found a house, we made an offer. It was completely ratified by the owners, and it went to the bank. At that point, I thought it was going to be easy. Well, it wasn't. About September 15th, we got back the letter from the bank, and in the letter from the bank, it had the wrong sales price. The sales price was around $350,000. It came back saying $170,000. So back it went to the bank to be corrected. Since that time, September 15th, we've had at least 5 different things come back. Most recently, the first thing that happened was the bank refused to pay commissions to the agents.
And let me just interrupt you real quick. So that was September 15th,
Mm-hmm.
and today is what?
Today is November 5th.
Okay. All right. And then what bank is this?
It's actually a bank that's bankrupt now.
Okay.
It was added to the process.
Okay. Can we say what bank is it?
It's IndyMac.
Okay.
It's IndyMac.
All right.
And that became part of the problem because now that IndyMac was bankrupt, it went to a negotiator and investors became involved.
Right.
And it was the investors and the negotiators who now have given us all kinds of excuses. The latest one being it was going to have a second signature earlier this week, and yesterday said, oh, no, we're releasing it in a block. So these folks were supposed to move in the 1st of October. It's now into November. They still have no home.
Okay. And so what do you think is delaying it right now?
I think there's no process for this to be approved that anyone can predict.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's part of the thing that we really wanted to talk about today, is that what we don't understand is that these short sales have been going on for a very long time. It doesn't appear that they're going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to have short sales in the market for a long time to come. However, it doesn't seem that there's any oversight or any process in place that is creating a situation that makes this a smooth transaction. There are tons and tons of people that are affected by this. I'm a realtor. I make a living by selling and buying real estate for my clients, or helping them to purchase and to sell. However, I do take a personal interest. I mean, would you say that you feel responsible for
absolutely.
the success or the failure of this transaction going through?
Absolutely, because I know that the family wants to be back together. The housing that's being paid for by the company is going away. It's impacting their lives, and there's nothing I can do about it. I feel helpless and frustrated.
And if you call IndyMac and you say, what can we do? What's wrong? Why can't we get this moving? What kind of response do you get?
Oh, well, it's in the pile. It needs 2 signatures. We got one this week. The other guy's on vacation. He'll be back next week, and he'll probably sign it at the beginning of the week.
Okay, so then we're saying, so I have a situation with IndyMac as well. I was trying to get a short sale packet to IndyMac for over 2 weeks, and I faxed it over. Usually they want things faxed. They don't necessarily want things emailed, scanned, and email, which, you know, it seems kind of archaic. If you ask me, I think fax is never as clear, and scanning and emailing seems to be a more thorough process. However, that's how they want it done, so that's how we do it. And I faxed 3 times, and IndyMac claimed that they never received it, and since then they've scheduled a foreclosure date on the property, and now that property is going to foreclosure, and so the short sale process cannot, you know, even be taken at this point. Apparently, there's a 15-day window, and that 15-day window is now closed because the packet never got to them. So I don't know that it's just IndyMac. I mean, I think it's probably, you know, lots of other banks have done lots of short sales, and some of them have gone extremely well, and some of them have just taken a very long time. So I don't know what the answer is, but I do know that something has to change. Something has to change. This should be a working relationship. There are times that I kind of walk away after being on the phone for an hour or so thinking, am I the enemy here? Is it us against them? Somehow, I understand, I'm trying to make a living on this, absolutely, but everyone's trying to make a living. So if we can have a better understanding of what it is the bank needs in order to make these short sales more efficient, then I think that door of communication needs to be open. I'm not sure that there's someone who's managing these short sales, that there should be several people, because I'm sure there are hundreds of short sales that are going on, so they probably need a huge staff of people just managing these short sales, and I don't know if that's happening. And I think the better question is, why isn't it happening, and why isn't there a better process in place? So this is going out there to IndyMax, to the Banks of America, to the Chases, and all of those banks that are, I understand, have hundreds of files that are waiting for approval on short sales. But what are you doing about it? What are you doing to get the process streamlined enough so that this isn't so frustrating, because it is affecting many, many lives, because it's not just the sellers.
And what are they doing to train these people who have the responsibility that's affecting many people's lives, sellers' lives, buyers' lives, our lives as realtors? And, what is going on there? Are they training these people appropriately?
So we hope to come back on a regular basis and share more stories, as well as, hopefully provide some information, because we do have the knowledge behind us, and like we said, we think, there's definitely not, it's not black and white. There's no easy answer, and there is no set standard for how things are done. Every experience has been different in my experience, and I think that you probably will find, that every experience is different in yours as well. So, but we do think that at this late in the game, with as many short sales as we've seen in the last, 3 years, that there should be a better process in place, and us realtors should understand that process. So, again, Bank of America, Chase, IndyMac, what are you doing?
And we would like to hear back from you. If you're a buyer, if you're a seller, if you're a real estate agent and you have some ideas or experiences or thoughts you'd like to share with us, please contact us.
Please do. 703-509-8344 is my cell number, and I'm Sally Zadkoff. Kathy?
And mine's 703-220-6077, and I'm Catherine Campbell.
We hope to hear from you. Thank you for watching.